In just the past 72 hours, missiles have rained down on Tel Aviv. Iranian drones pierced Israeli airspace. Israel responded with Operation Rising Lion targeting Iran's nuclear and military infrastructure. But behind these military exchanges lies a deeper, more terrifying question. Are we witnessing the opening act of World War III? Let's take a closer look. On June 13, 2025, in what many call the boldest Israeli strike in decades, airstrikes hit multiple locations in Iran, including Isfahan, Shiraz, and near Tehran. These weren't symbolic attacks. They struck suspected uranium enrichment facilities, air defense systems, and major military compounds. In response, Iran launched True Promise 3, a wave of over 250 drones and ballistic missiles targeting Israeli cities like Haifa, Bat Yam, and Tel Aviv. Dozens are dead, hundreds injured, but the real damage might be far beyond the battlefield. Both sides aren't just fighting in the skies, they're battling in cyberspace. Hours after the strikes, Iran-backed hacker group Black Scorpion shut down Israel's Ministry of Finance website and hijacked smart city infrastructure in Beersheba. Meanwhile, Israeli cyber units disabled Iran's metro lines, airport control grids, and even disrupted communications in the Iranian parliament. This is a silent war. No explosions, but devastating consequences. Cyber warfare has no borders, and once it spreads, no country is safe. Here's where things get truly global. Over 20% of the world's oil supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz, right along Iran's southern border. Following the escalation, crude oil prices spiked by 12% overnight. Gas stations in Europe saw panic buying. In India, fuel prices jumped. In the US, fears of recession returned. Now imagine if Iran chooses to block the strait, a threat they've made repeatedly. That wouldn't just hurt Israel. It would paralyze the global economy. This isn't just Iran versus Israel. Hezbollah in Lebanon has already fired rockets into northern Israel. Houthi rebels in Yemen launched drones toward Israeli cargo ships in the Red Sea. Meanwhile, U.S. bases in Iraq and Syria are on high alert after attempted rocket attacks. And let's not forget, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and even Pakistan are now under pressure to pick sides. What began as a bilateral conflict is turning into a regional wildfire. The UK has deployed RAF fighter jets to Jordan. The US has moved the USS Eisenhower carrier strike group closer to the Gulf. China has called for strategic calm while quietly boosting oil imports from Russia in anticipation of Western sanctions. Russia? They're watching and waiting, ready to leverage the chaos for their advantage in Ukraine. The UN Security Council is in emergency session, but so far, no resolution, no ceasefire, no real diplomacy. It feels like the world is holding its breath. So, are we really heading into World War III? No one can say for sure, but the signs are deeply unsettling. A technologically advanced battlefield, economic shockwaves already felt worldwide, regional players activating, and nuclear facilities being targeted. If cooler heads don't prevail, the path from conflict to catastrophe might be much shorter than we think. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe and share it, because what's happening today may shape the entire decade ahead. Stay aware, stay informed, and pray for peace.